Unit 2, Baroque music. 6. Instrumental music. The emancipation of instrumental music that started in the Renaissance, reached its apex during the Baroque. In this important advancement, the technical evolution of instruments and the birth of orchestra, as a stable and organized ensemble, which looked for the perfection of instruments and timbric richness, played a decisive role. The composer was careful with the color of his pieces, detailing the orchestration on the score, and performers specialized in one instrument, which made possible the appearance of the first virtuosos. In the arrangement of the orchestra all instrumental families appeared then: string, woodwind, brass and percussion. The essential basis of the Baroque orchestra was bowed string and the basso continuo, usually performed by the harpsichord, although the harp and the organ were also used. In each piece, the instruments and the number of instruments could change. So, compared with the current orchestras, the Baroque orchestra was smaller and variable. 6.1. Baroque instruments. The family of the violas, viola da gamba, viola da braccio, was replaced by the family of the violins, violin, viola, cello and double bass. The harpsichord used to play the basso continuo. Usually, they were decorated with very ornamented painting. The recorder was replaced by the Baroque transverse flute. Baroque oboe and Baroque bassoon had less keys than the current instruments. Natural trumpet and horn didn't have valves or pistons. Baroque timpani. 6.2. Instrumental genres. During the Baroque, the most important instrumental genres were suite, sonata, concerto and toccata, prelude and fugue. Suite. It's a compound instrumental form made up of a sequence of dances of different nature. Although the number and disposition of the dances can vary, the most common structure of Baroque suite is formed by allemande, courante, sarabande, gig. The suite can be written for a solo instrument or for a whole orchestra. The most important composer was Johann Sebastian Bach. Now, we're going to listen to a fragment from Orchestral Suite No. 2 in B minor, by Johann Sebastian Bach. Sonata. It's a compound form divided into 4 movements or sections that contrast along slow and fast beats with different textures and rhythms. The sonata can be composed for a solo instrument, a duo or a trio, but always with the accompaniment of the harpsichord as a basso continuo. Sonata a trio, 3 voices but 4 instruments, 2 melodic instruments plus basso continuo, cello and harpsichord. Now, we're going to listen to a fragment from Trio Sonata in D minor, Opus 3 No. 5, by Arcangelo Corelli. Concerto. It's a compound form made up of a sequence of 3 contrasting movements, fast, slow, fast. Depending on how the instruments intervene, the concert can be concerto grosso and solo concerto. Concerto grosso, for a group of soloists, concertino, and the rest of the orchestra, tutti. They contrast while alternating the performance of new and fixed parts, ritornello. The most important composers were Arcangelo Corelli, 1653–1713, Georg Friedrich Händel, 1685–1759, and Johann Sebastian Bach, 1685–1750. Now, we're going to listen to a fragment from Brandenburg Concerto No. 2 in F major, Johann Sebastian Bach. Solo concerto, composed for a single soloist instrument that contrasts in constant dialogue with the orchestra. The most prominent composer was Antonio Vivaldi, 1678–1741. Now, we're going to listen to a fragment from the Four Seasons, Opus 8 Spring, Antonio Vivaldi. Toccata, Prelude and Fugue. Toccata and Prelude were short musical pieces, usually for keyboard instruments, used as an introduction of a bigger piece, normally a fugue. They were composed to show the abilities of the performer, and they usually have sections in which the musician improvised with their instrument. A fugue is a complex polyphonic composition based on the development of two motives in different voices. Now, we're going to listen to two fragment from Toccata and Fugue in D minor and the Well-Tempered Clavichord, by Johann Sebastian Bach.